is this, different?
I think
How is it going to help prepare them in ways maybe different from some of the other programs?
definitely. I believe that young people are now empowered with possibilities. It's a lot of transferable skills, a lot of transition, a lot of transformation. Most programs will talk about what do you do to potentially get a job. This
Kind of
program,
like the ABC, like a
the
checklist approach
ABC
kind of thing, yeah.
and the hard skills. This program, and I'm really hesitant to call it a program because I think it's a lifestyle. This program lifestyle being talks really about who you are first.
Yeah.
And
It's almost an
making a
approach
choice.
to the material
it's
more
a
than just the
choice.
material.
It's
Yeah.
a choice, and you get the chance to make the choice versus somebody else making that choice for you. What I mean by that, they talk about something called cause and effects. Are you going to be? Most people are affected, and they talk about what other people have done to prevent them from getting a job or maybe finishing school or whatever it may be. And 95% of the population are talking about, these effects, the cause people are actually the ones that make it happen. And they teach young people how to make it happen.
That's great.
And so we saw young people this week that were coming in and wondering why they were here, wearing hoodies, wearing hats, to a group of, with truly high attendance, by the way, coming in and owning up to everything they were going to learn, hats off, hoodies off, and you saw smiles and you saw rapport. There's a big thing about rapport that they talk about. How to really become in rapport with another individual.
Yeah.
Who are you? And when you're answering that question, you realize that you're worth it. And then they talk about values and they talk about integrity. Integrity is the big word. Most people will think about things like, I'll do it for you. But most people are not
Almost
really.
like a compliance.
Yeah,
approach
compliance.
versus
Yeah, I'll do it for you. But most people are not
self-motivation.
have integrity with themselves. So that because they have some values, and so we found that young, as I was observing and as I was actually participating myself, I saw young people that were saying, you know what? Yeah, you know what? I grew up in a certain part of town, but I can change this.
Yeah.
No one, because I grew up on a
I got
certain
that
side.
sense of talk, yeah.
Yes.
talking to people.
Right.
Well, it sounds like an exciting program. It sounds like you're also excited to be a part of the program,
definitely.
and the plan is for you now to, as you're getting trained, to start leading some of the classes here locally. And as you know, we're very excited to be bringing. I'm glad to hear it's launched so successfully. So thank you for taking the time to share your experience with us, and best of luck in moving forward with it and implementing it with the rest of the program and beyond.
Definitely.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Excellent. So we're back, and as you heard, it's been a great launch thus far. The first week went really smooth. They're in their second week now. We did probably most exciting is that we also interviewed a few of the participants that are out there. So, Bob, if we could go to the third cut, that's an interview with some of the students that were the young people that were in the program last week. All right, so we're here with some of the Bounce participants. If we could just go around real quick and just say your first names.
Hi, my name is Sabatina.
My name is Amanda.
And hi, I'm Edwin.
So, what did you guys think about the program?
Go ahead, Sabatina, you can start us off.
Okay, overall the program was great. I got to know myself as a person, and I got to know my failures and my obstacles that I do go through in life. But I learned to turn that into a positive way. So it was a great program.
Cool.
I was able to learn a lot about what I wanted and what I didn't want in relationships in life and in my career or job, temporary job. And I was really excited about taking everything that I've learned here, taking it home. And I feel like Bounce is something that everyone should participate in at some
How
point.
about you, sir?
Well, Bounce caught me completely off guard. And
Bounced up on you, huh?
yeah. And it didn't only bounce up on me, but it bounced me up too, because it changed my life completely on the way that I looked at life and just how I felt about myself on a daily basis. And now that I have gone through this program, I realized how much I was actually causing my own stress and how much I was putting myself down because I didn't feel good enough. I didn't have the confidence, or I just couldn't get a grip of my emotions, period.
Yeah.
And now I just feel like a totally new person. I feel like I really had a life-changing experience.
Oh, that's great. Now, you guys have been to probably other programs before. If you've been in YouthWorks, you've gone through some different job training programs. What's different about Bounce compared to some of the other programs that you've done?
In my experience, Bounce was the way that it was structured, and they were so upbeat and like passionate about it, that really made a difference. And the fact that they said that they learn something new every time that they do this training was really like it engaged me to want to like really participate, so that way I could benefit as much as they said that we would. So they just really got us excited about it before we even began. That was really.
And I mean, it's amazing too, because before I came here, I wasn't really one to share my feelings. Yeah. And I mean, from the first day, I've probably been the most open person here, and it just showed me something from the first day, that it's really here to help me, and it's my choice whether it helps me or not.
Sure.
So,
I mean, would you guys recommend this program to others?
Everybody.
yes.
It's
I think my whole family needs a bounce.
Seriously.
My whole family needs a
Now,
bounce.
do you think so? You think you're better? Your next step is to go into a work experience. Do you think you're better prepared for that?
Of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, it's also another way to see yourself in a different world. Because you're so used to your failures. You're so used to, like, the bad things around you. So now that now that we have been a part of Bounce, it's another way for us to, like, it's another way of a nice opening.
Yeah, great. Well, thanks for your time. Anything else that you want to add in as we kind of wrap up here? Or? Sounds like you guys all had a great experience with it.
Definitely.
Get your
Glad to
bounce
hear
on.
that Bounce is in the U.S.
Yes, I mean,
Well, I like that slogan. Get your bounce on.
and it's one thing to be ready for a job physically. Your body could take it. Your body could wake up. You're gonna make it, but it's to be there mentally too, because you could be at a job, but you'll be so zoned out, you're slacking, or you're not doing what you're really supposed to do, and it just feels good to have everything ready, and you're gonna go into this job and really progress.
Sure. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us about Bounce.
Wow, just incredible. I can
Yeah.
see you smiling.
Yes, yeah.
I'm
moved and
It's just-
inspired. I haven't heard those, so
yeah,
that's great.
It really speaks for themselves.
Yeah.
And I haven't gone to the training myself, but I've seen the trainers get trained in it,
Yeah.
and then this cohort go through. And it's just after it, I feel like I'm not in on this secret. Everybody's just like, it changed my life. You got to go through it, and it's just incredible. So
Yeah, it's pretty exciting to be on the other side of the world and know that we have the same impact that we have in Australia.
yeah.
And that it's totally transferable, which
Yeah.
is, and it's beautiful to hear the stories. Like
Yeah.
that's for me, that's what it's about. That's what got me where I am now, is the inspiration and inspiring lives. And that's the moment when I go, that is worth it. That's
Yeah.
worth a 30-hour flight to this side of the world.
Yeah, and it's easy to see your passion too,
Yeah.
and how much you believe in this program, and just
Yeah.
hearing from the youth themselves. I mean, I think they all walked in and they were all kind of closed off, and now they're eager to share their experience.
Yeah.
So it's just
Yeah, they're incredible human beings, and already in there, I'm like, there's some great bounce trainers inside that room, just from how they've transformed.
and some great slogans in there. I heard them say the bounce bounced me up. And,
Yeah, I love it.
My family needs to get bounced.
I
and
love that.
the whole thing.
Yeah,
so
that's awesome.
Anything for new retirees?
You know, we actually run the program from 16 to 65-year-olds, so we and
take
even
Bob.
older, and yeah. it runs across the board. So we do a lot of work with youth, and this is why it's had an impact. So it's great.
Well, that's great to hear. So, well, it wouldn't be a traditional interview here on the Working Lunch without a game. So, again, we have the same game lined up, the first job of a celebrity. And we had Melissa McCarthy, but Maria, you'd never heard of her. For
No.
Bridesmaids.
How about the Gibbs brothers?
I don't know who that is.
Oh, the Bee Gees.
The Bee Gees.
Yeah, the Bee Gees. Yes.
You don't know the Bee Gees? The Gibbs brothers?
I know the Bee Gees. I just didn't know their names.
That's right.
Ah.
Yeah.
So we've switched it, last minute switch. It's actually one we've used before. So listeners out there might already know the answer.
Okay.
We're going with Brad Pitt. which Maria, you've assured me that you know who Brad
I
is.
definitely know Brad Pitt. Who doesn't know Brad Pitt?
Favorite movie, Brad Pitt movie? Or?
A River Runs Through It. I thought was
excellent,
great.
excellent film, excellent film. As a fly fisherman.
Yes, yes.
So was Brad Pitt, for his first job, was he a mortician's assistant? So the funeral home director, he'd be helping out with parking cars and setting up
And
the
other
funeral,
things.
other things,
Yes.
other unmentionable things, right? Was he a chicken mascot for a local food chain? Or was he a window washer?
Oh, see, I want to say chicken, the mascot, but I reckon he might have been the window washer. But I'm going to go with the mascot.
That's what it is.
It
That
is,
is
okay,
correct. So we'll have
right.
to have Jeff mail you the mug.
Right. Am I going to prize? I get a prize.
Yeah, you got to track
Yeah,
Jeff
great.
down. We'll have
Okay,
a nice coffee mug for you.
Thanks, Jeff.
So thanks again, Maria, for joining
Thank
us
you.
all the way from Australia.
Yeah.
I hope you're enjoying your time here
I
in
love
the
it.
States.
It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this your first time here? Or?
No, this is about the 5th trip here to Massachusetts.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. I'm a local now. I even say Worcester.
Ah, there you
Yeah.
go. There you go.
That's right.
Well, thanks again
Thank
for
you
joining
very
us. I know
much.
you
This
got to
has been
run.
great.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thanks, Maria.
Thanks, Maria.
So, Bob, we've Jeff's left us. It's just you and I running the ship now.
Oh, he doesn't know what he's in for.
That's right. So our next segment we do from time to time is the mailbag segment, where we have listeners write in a question and we track down an answer for them.
And we don't have the sound bite for that.
Yeah, Jeff went away with that too, I guess.
Can't trust the guy.
So this month we have somebody out your way, Bob. Maybe you know him, Roger from Spencer.
Oh, from Spencer?
You know any Rogers from Spencer?
Oh, no. I don't.
Well, Roger writes, "Hey, working lunch crew. I am currently on unemployment and getting ready to file my taxes. Is there any sort of information that the state should send me to report that I am on unemployment?" So this is timely. Have you done your taxes yet, Bob?
April 14th.
There you go. So the answer to Roger's question is yes. There's a 1099-G form, and that should be sent to you from the state. And if you haven't received it, you can call the customer service line, which is 877-626-6800. So again, that's 877-626-6800, and they can get you that 1099-G form. So. Excellent question. Thanks again, Roger. And if any listeners out there have any other questions, you can always email them to us at theworkinglunch@wcuw.org. We're always looking for some good questions. So
Sure.
Thanks again, Roger.
Sounds good, Roger, from Spencer.
Our next guest is a very special guest. Coming from behind the camera is Jessica Jakes from the city's cable services department. Jessica.
Hey, Jess.
So Jessica has the pleasure of coming here once a month to film us and then edit us and
do a lot of editing and cleaning up and
making
editing.
us look
and
good, sound good, right?
Making you guys look good. Yep. And they need it.
So we have this. We're getting you to step in front of the camera because you've recently been nominated for an award, the Thomas Green Award.
Yes, I have the Thomas S. Green Award for Public Service from the Research Bureau.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Want me to tell you a little bit about Thomas Green?
I would love that.
Okay. So.
We got a little cheat sheet.
I got a little cheat sheet, but you didn't have to tell everybody, sure. All right. Well, Thomas Green worked at the Norton Company, and he did a lot for the city back in the 80s. No, he died in 87. I'm sorry.
Prior to
that,
he did a lot
for the city. He was on many boards. So even though he didn't work in public service, he gave of himself to many boards and commissions. The Civic Center Commission. He was the director of the Worcester Public Library and a member of the advisory committee to the Worcester Selective Service Board.
Wow.
Which I don't actually know what that is. Bob, do you know what the Selective Service Board is?
That was back in the day when there was a draft.
That's what I
Selective
thought.
service. And the
right.
individuals who, at one point, they were not a volunteer, especially during the Vietnam era.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, all right.
So this award sounds like quite the honor. And
I don't know why they gave it to me.
well, that's what I was just about to pull out. So we say service to the city. I mean, one of your major duties is here at the Working Lunch to get
know.
this going. But can you tell us about what else you do for the city?
Well, so the award, I'm reading the criteria for the award, and the criteria is exceptional competence and efficient handling of all assigned responsibilities. Which
check.
I hope I
Double
do.
check.
Right? Willing performance of tasks above and beyond the call of duty.
100%.
Spending time with Jeff and Sean and Bob
That's a
is above
requirement.
the call of duty. Friendly, helpful, and cooperative attitude toward the public and fellow employees. Distinguished from him or herself from other employees, and volunteer service. So that's why I won. How about all that?
Easy to see why you'd win that award.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
absolutely,
thank you.
absolutely.
You know, when I come to work, I just do what's expected of me, and I think I expect more from myself than anybody else in the room. Even more than my boss. Those are high standards that I set for myself.
yourself, yeah.
Yes. So it's good to see that, it translates out into the world and people know that, I'm working at 110%.
Well, it definitely comes across in your work, and I know especially the Working Lunch show, but you're also working on some other projects that can be seen on Channel 12.
I am. Let's think about what I'm working on. We do a show.
I was going to say, well, there's the council meetings that you tape all of those.
Yep.
And then there's also the show that you guys produce.
We do Worcester in Focus and Made in Worcester. Right now, Made in Worcester is the one we're working on. So we go to businesses in the city, and they give us a tour, and we bring the video camera with us.
Yeah.
And we highlight why they chose to put their business in Worcester, how their business contributes to the Worcester community, either economically or culturally, putting people to work. So we've done 4 shows for Made in Worcester so far, and we hope to continue that progress.
What a cool idea for a show. So what are some cool things that are made here in Worcester that you guys have highlighted?
Horseshoes.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Horseshoes are made by St.
The
Pierre.
game or the actual?
The game.
Wow.
Yes, they don't make horseshoes for horses. They make them for they make them for the game.
I didn't realize that those. Well, I guess I did realize that those were separate things. But you
Yeah.
think that they might be able to make the same?
Yeah, no, they have to be different. So yeah, I guess St. Pierre is the leading horseshoe supplier in the country for the game of horseshoes. We also we toured Sweet on Shrewsbury Street and got to have some delicious popcorn cupcakes. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yep. What was the other company? We did Howard Products, and they make something called the shortening shuttle. And that is how many of the restaurants take care of their grease from their grease traps, I guess that's what it's called. Yeah. So this shortening shuttle is made so that they don't have to burn themselves when they go and take the grease out of the container and dispose of it. It's patented there. They're the only ones in the country that make it. And so many restaurants, chains, and mom and pops alike use the shortening shuttle.
That's incredible that there's all these cool things here in Worcester, and then you drive by these buildings, and this show actually gives you a chance to go inside the building, figure out what they do.
Because a lot of the buildings here in Worcester, you can't tell what they do inside from the outside of it. So that's what we are doing, is going inside and getting to know it.
And when does this air on a regular time, or is there when can people see this?
Well, the best way to see it right now is